Hi, Phil from Game Plan Experts. I know we're all sequestered and we're bored. I wanted to show you a couple of really cool items we have that just came in. I believe we are the only one in the United States selling these items right now, which is really cool. And if you are familiar at all with the Zune Lotoo FA3 Annihilate multi-tool, then you're going to love this. If you haven't looked at the Zune yet, take a look at the Zune by going to gameplanexperts.com. In the search bar, typing in Zune, and it'll show you all the Zune family. One of the newest pieces we've got here is the Zune Lotoo cross-border knife. It's a tactical knife that is really, really cool. It comes in a nice box. When you open up this box, you're going to see, just popped out. You're going to see it come in straw, and the most important thing you're going to see is a certificate of authenticity. Zune, because of the quality of the knife and the quality of their pieces, are often tried to be knockoff and duplicated for a much cheaper price, but you're not going to get the same quality as you would with the Zune, and this just lets you know that this is a Zune piece and it's a certified piece. When I pull it out, you see this knife. The first thing you notice is the scabbard. This scabbard is a Kydex scabbard. It is durable. It's not going to bend, bow, or break, and you're not going to ever pierce the tip like you would with maybe a leather scabbard over time. This is not going anywhere. It's weather resistant. It's plastic through and through and molded. You can see here there's some really molded edges to fit the knife, and this knife is never going to become unsecured. One of the reasons why they secure this knife this way, or they hold this knife this way, is the way it's secured. It is just a hard, I'm trying to pull it out here, it's not going to pull out easily. It's a strapless, so it doesn't have a button or a clip or anything like that that comes out. You just pull it by force, and it's retained by force, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. I'm going to flip this knife over, and you can see here, this knife has an awesome belt clip. You just push the button, and out pops the clip. You strap it to your belt, and then you click it, and you hear that loud click. That loud click means it's not going anywhere. This thing secures to your belt, and it's not going to move when you're done. To extract the knife from the scabbard, all you do is take your hand and you use your thumb, and you push down on the thumb, and it pops right out. So as you can see here, it's a resistance scabbard, so it just is held in by this little piece right here. You pop it, and the way this plastic is molded, you could do this 10,000 times and it's not going to bend the plastic or bow the plastic or get it loose, so it'll stay in there firmly. When I do pull the knife out, you see this really cool design. This design is cool looking, and I love that, but in addition, it's very functional. When you see here, you see these ridges on the handle. I'll try and angle a little bit. You can see how thick and deep they are. This is really nice because as you get in a wet environment and your hands start gripping, when it's wet or cold, water runs through these little ridges right here, through these little veins, and just bleed right out. So that way there's no grip loss when you're grabbing this. So you grab it like this, and I'm left-handed, so I love the fact that both sides are exactly the same. You have a grip on both sides, so it's a really, really sturdy grip. You have these little pressure points right here that you can use for your thumb. That's on either side, so you can see here. So again, ambidextrous, left or right-handed, doesn't matter, whichever hand you want to put it in. One of the benefits of this knife is I'm going to try and bend this, and there's no way you're going to bend this knife. This knife, if you look here, is a thick piece of metal starting here, and it runs all the way through to the tip right there. That's one unified piece of metal. All good knives are unified pieces of metal like this that are fastened with these two bolts right here and here. So this handle is not going anywhere, and it's fastened really tightly and just really well connected to the metal right here. So there's no gap, nothing. It's just seamless. It feels very, very comfortable in your hand. So when you look at this knife, I'll pull it back here a little bit. You look at this knife, there's some really cool angles to it, and the angles, I'll show it a little bit like that. The angles right there are really designed for functionality as well as look. It's really thick at the top. You can see here at the top, see how thick that edge is, and then see how thin that edge is right there. They go from a very thick piece here to a very thin piece, which makes it very, very durable. That's a sign of the Zune Lotoo brand. They always make these edges super thick here and then super thin here, so that way there's durability and lasting. You're not going to bend that knife when you're puncturing. Even if you were to hammer this with a hammer in the back, you're not going to bend this piece of metal. It's just not going to warp in cold, heat, whatever it is. So that's fantastic. These edges have a really cool design, and you can see here that you have a blade here that kind of cocks off to the side, comes down this way, and then a straight blade here. Obviously, this blade is like every traditional knife blade. It's long, it's thin. You can use it for cutting, for chopping, for hacking, whatever it is. But they also create this tip and this angle right here for puncturing. So you can pierce things very, very easily, whether, it could be a really tough substance that you're just trying to drive through really hard. And the nice thing is with that strength and the angle of this, you also get a hammer on the end. So what this is this, because it's one piece of metal that comes out, they can do this, and they have this big piece, a thick piece at the end, where you can use it to hammer camping spikes in, hammer nails, whatever it is that you have in the field that you need. It can also act as a hammer where you're taking a real hammer or the FA3 tool and driving this into a piece of wood, whatever it is you're trying to crack open. So you can use this in combination with the FA3 tool, or you can use this as a standalone. But this knife tip right here makes it very versatile, and this angle is really, really awesome. I love it. And then this is for drainage, for water, for as it pours down here, it just keeps it out, keeps the knife from getting wet, so that way it's nice and durable and thick. There is a pull point here. You can use it in combination with this little U shape right there. You can wrap cord around it and you won't cut. This is not sharp. This is actually just really a great finger point to, if you absolutely need to, you can push your finger up there. But this knife, very utilitarian. It's their tactical, they call their cross-border knife. And it is just a thing of beauty. It's beautiful looking, it's beautifully made, and I just love it. So take a look at this on GamePlanExperts.com. Go there, look at it, look at the whole Zune family by typing in Zune, Z-U-N-E. If you got a few minutes, and I know we all have a few minutes just hanging out at our houses, take a look. I think you're gonna love this knife. This knife is just really cool, and I'm glad I'm adding it to my collection. Have a great time, stay safe, be well, and from Game Plan Experts, have a good day.